Hey there, everybody. Liam here. As you can see, I'm not wearing my sling. I found out that I tore. I guess they're thinking it's a tear to my rotator cuff in my right shoulder. Not wearing the shoulder immobilizer at the moment just because it's kind of frustrating to get on by myself. And kids are in school today, and boyfriend is at work. So my boyfriend's gonna kill me when he sees this video. Anyway, so hi everybody, I'm Liam, and today is actually my 18th week on T. However, I have not taken my injection yet today because Walgreens is being slow. So I need to go over there and get my new vial because I actually am up to a higher dose now. So I'm really excited about that. But because of that, we switched over like how the vial size that I'm getting and all that. So anyway, you're seeing me without my 18th week injection, but today is my 18 weeks. Anyway, okay, so I wanted to answer these awesome questions that Sawyer brought up. Thank you very much for giving me something to work with, because sometimes I get on here and I just don't know what to talk about, and I do have a tendency of going off on tangents. I think I mentioned it before. I have autism, and a lot of times my autism presents like ADHD, and even though I seem high functioning on the outside, on the inside it's completely different. I have days where I am functioning really great and things are going smoothly, and then other days where wow. Anyway, oh, my voice cracked. Nice. Okay, so anyway, so I wanted to answer these questions. So the first one that I'd like to touch on, it's definitely transitioning as a parent is definitely interesting. My eldest daughter is actually trans as well. She is male to female. And so I think that helped because she could relate a little bit, and her younger sister, Freya, was able to get on board pretty fast too. It wasn't really a big deal to them, which is so funny because so many adults act like it's such a hard thing to do, to accept somebody for who they are. It's wow. Anyway, so yeah, they were like really cool about it. They still call me mommy a lot, and mom and mama. That doesn't really bother me, to be honest. Sometimes I wish they would call me daddy, and sometimes I ask them, hey, do you think you could use mommy and daddy? It's okay if you want to change it up. But for some reason that I'm just happy that they're calling me some kind of parental unit name, because I'm really grateful that I have them. I don't know what I did right, to get these awesome kids in my life, but I got really lucky. So let's see. Transition is totally different as an adult. I agree. I wasn't obviously never experienced any kind of my transition during my teenage years, other than experimenting with what I was wearing and how I would talk. A lot of people would tell me that in certain situations my pitch would drop, and I would usually have this really high pitched voice, and then it would become really low, and I'm not as low as I can go now, but which isn't that much, but I used to wonder why I did that, and I think I knew all along. I wasn't ready to admit to it, but I stole a lot of clothes from my boyfriends, and I would wear them, and I'd find myself not just being happy I was in them because at the time I was dating that person, but also because I felt so secure and confident and comfortable in myself. And that kind of leads me into gender expression, which is just one aspect of our gender. And I tend to be all over the place with my gender expression. I love dude clothes. I love certain femme clothes. I like all sorts of shit. And I need to stop swearing on this channel. I am all over the place. I like makeup, and then other days I hate makeup. So I pretty much am very fluid when it comes to my gender expression. And when it comes to my actual gender identity, I'm a male. So let's see, back to, I just went on a tangent. So back to the original question that Sawyer had, talking about transitioning as an adult. It really is wild because there are a lot of other adults I have to interact with that it's already difficult because either these people don't know I have autism or they do, but they usually have it in their heads that I don't look autistic and they expect me to function like a neurotypical individual, which my brain wiring and chemistry does not work that way, so I can't be that person. So there's already a lot of stress. A lot of other my other peers have not taken this seriously, or they have reluctantly accepted it, I guess. But they kind of give me a feeling that I'm just being a pain in the arse for constantly, hey, can you please use he/him pronouns? My name's Liam. I have 2 middle names. There's plenty of names to pick from. If you don't like Liam, you can call me Killian. If you don't like Killian, you can call me Tiberius. If you don't like Tiberius, you can call me Tony Stark. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. We got plenty of options. And then there have been people who've been really awesome and have been super supportive. In fact, my ex-husband, Denny, he has a hard time sometimes remembering male pronouns. He got stuck on remembering they them, and I know he's working on that. But he's actually come a long way. And it was hard for him in the beginning because he's straight and he finds he is married to a trans man. So I can see now how my marriage to my ex was really hard for him at that point. It was confusing. It was emotional. He loved me and wanted to be with me, but at the same time, his sexuality didn't match up with who I am. So now it's pretty cool because he's one of my best friends and I can talk to him, and so that's pretty neat. Let's see, what else as an adult? Oh, going into places like 7-Eleven where they've seen me all these years through all these different changes that I've done because I love coloring my hair. I love just going wherever my like spirit takes me. So I can like look wacky at times. And now they're like, and it's pretty funny. And I'll just like tell I'm trans, I'm transitioning. No need to stare. That's it. Story over. Let's see. Going through second puberty as an adult has a lot of ups and it also has a lot of downs. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm very happy where I'm at. And then I also wanted to touch on this. How did I realize I was trans? So when I was very young, when I was a very small child, I remember asking my biological mother, what happened to my penis. And it scared her and it made her very uncomfortable, and she told me that I needed to never talk about that again. So for a long time I didn't talk about it, and anytime I started to think about it I would become extremely anxious, and there were times where I could barely function because I felt like I was a monster. I felt like there was something horrifically wrong with me. And I can't even find the words to properly convey how deeply excruciating that pain is. So, needless to say, I have no ties really to my biological family. Recently, I did speak to one of my grandmothers and my half brother, who's really awesome. I do love him, and I'm so happy that him and I are reconnecting. So anyway, throughout my childhood and then into my teenage years especially, I really started kind of playing with my expression, and I used to like ask myself, why is it that I feel like a guy? I didn't know that transgender was a thing. I didn't know there were other people out there that could relate to what I was going through. And then, let's see, I came out as gender fluid when I was about, I want to say 26, maybe 25. I was a little bit older. It was after I had my kids, and I really, I hit a very pivotal moment in my trauma therapy, and part of that was well, a lot of it is performing some very intense and very intimate introspection, which can be fucking, sorry, it can be terrifying. Shh, I don't know how to edit these videos yet. Shh, shh, shh. So I really had to go in and confront everything that I am, piece by piece, and that allowed me to finally talk about in therapy. I feel like I was born into a body that doesn't have the right parts. I feel like I should have had a man's chest, a flat chest, that I should have had different parts down there. And my therapist helped me realize that is could possibly have been like something under the trans umbrella. So he encouraged me to do some research, and the more research I did and the more I read and the more stories I saw of other people like me, I was like, oh my God, there's nothing wrong with me, and this is a thing, and this is something that many other people experience, and it's okay. And I guess my experience with not being Christian and not being a very traditional person, I guess, that has caused me a lot of issues in the past. So like it wasn't new to me for people to treat me badly because I'm trans. I unfortunately was very used to bullying and mistreatment since I was a kid. So in a way, looking cognitively reframing this in a positive way, I am very grateful that that wasn't like a huge culture shock to me or whatnot, because I was already used to it, which still is not right, and this is why we need to change things. So I think I'm going to stop there for this video, because I'm seeing that I'm almost at 12 minutes now. And I love your ideas, Sawyer, with showing my works in progress, maybe doing some live painting with you guys, something that might be relaxing. I have thought about doing some kind of stuff with my music on here, maybe something that's more soothing. And then also a tour of like my art room. I'm working on hand fasting cords right now as I'm getting back into officiating weddings and hand fastings. And I'm really excited to show you guys what I'm working on. So I will make another video about that soon. And let's keep this up. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to do while we hang out here, just drop a message down below. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, all that jazz. Share it with your friends. I'm just really happy that I can document, I guess, my life, and that hopefully it will do something to help others, because I truly believe that's why I have survived all that I have. I figured out a way to survive unspeakable things, and now I can reach out to others, and I really hope, empower, and encourage everyone. Please don't give up, and please do not settle for less. Please don't feel like you have to be someone else. Please be yourself. Be your true, authentic self, because you deserve it. You are worthy of it. And you are valid, and you are needed in this world. So please, please be good to you. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again next time. Ow, my arm. Bye-bye, guys.